Last time on Rise of the Gladiators. Good evening, YouTubers. This is your boy Menace, representing Team ESA, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Rise of the Gladiators. Man, this episode is just nuts. But I want to start out by saying thank you to my special guest, DrKraken187. We just basically get straight into the episode from here. We both do a lot of damage with our builds, as you can see. So I'm just basically trying to poke and see if I can get some damage. End up hitting a trade. Then I end up trying to seal out with my staff and end up getting that quick finish. But lots and lots of damage, so expect some quick brutal fights ahead. So that's one. Right here, end up getting invaded by some dude or a girl or whatever. She kept invading like over and over and over again. Like I think she invaded like 4 times, so I just ended up keeping a couple of them. I didn't want to keep on editing that crap in, but it was just really obnoxious. So we're just basically going at it. I'm trying to take her out as quick as possible because I had already summoned Kraken at this point. So just trying to take care of her. But Kraken comes in. And then I just get her back real quick and she's out of there. And Kraken hits with a little celebration. And here we buff up. And we just try to get back from that little distraction. Hits with the great sword. That sword is pretty sick, man. Like that spell does some damage. I hit him with the little spin to win, and that was the end of that. Just brutal, man. Just brutal fashion. Brutal fashion. Again, we hit with our buffs. And then he hits this crazy ass counter, man. Nuts. I had to send him a message after that one. Right here we go back into our bows. And then we just jump straight into the fight. I believe he's using a Santier spear. I believe. I could be wrong. But now he has this spear out. I was trying to deal with it because I didn't want to get hit too many times, because he does put out some damage, but I was just trying to get in there as close as possible and do my damage and then get out. And he was doing pretty much the same thing. I was misjudging my range a little bit, so I decided to switch over. And then I hit him with that bow finish. GG, sir. And then here, I dodge a quick one. He was looking for the parry. Luckily, I didn't swing. I was just trying to make sure I didn't get clipped. Hit him with a nice little emit force. And switch back to the spear to try to do the range battle with him. Try to make something happen with the emit force. Almost got him. Try to do a little bit more damage while also trying to watch out for the parry. Starting to use my bow a lot more in battles, so that's a new thing for me. And then we hit the trade at the end. Luckily, I got hit with the tip of the Great Soul Greatsword. That could have been bad. And I close out the Vic. And we go back and bow again. He throws out the Soul Greatsword. I almost get the backstab. Then I come in and try a GBB. But he doesn't fall for it. He actually throws one of his own. I stall the attack a little bit. Try to parry and miss. Then I come in and try to get in between his parry. And then right here, I do another stall attack with a 2-hit combo. Then I get careless and I get destroyed. Good match, sir. So here we start out with the bows. Then we go straight into the fight. He buffs up. I don't. I think when I start buffing, I start getting a little bit too predictable. So I wanted to try not to buff as much. I almost get the emit force. Get a little chip damage there a little bit. Almost get backstabbed. Get him with the follow-up attack. I was kind of worried about that spear, man. That spear was scaring the hell out of me. So I kept trying to like get in between the attacks of it, while also watching out for his counter parry. I wanted that backstab, but I couldn't get it. Almost got backstabbed myself. Had to roll out. Like that attack is pretty interesting. And right here, I tried to hit him with the lightning spear, but I wasn't blindsided by the tree enough. And I don't know why I tried to counter that great sword. I don't know what I was thinking. I really thought it was an attack coming out, but either way, nice win, nice win. I really wanted to make a lot of things happen with the thunder, but I wasn't really able to get it off as much as I wanted to. And for a while I had like a death wish. I kept not using my shield. I'm not really sure why, but it's just kind of weird. And then I just have like I just get stuck. And he seals the victory. Good match, Kraken. This fight we seemed to be a lot more cautious. We ended up making the fight go a little bit longer. Did a lot more dodges. Didn't really land a lot of flush hits for the most part. Except for like that combo here and there, stuff like that. But it was a very interesting fight. We played a lot of different ranges. I ended up using my shield a little bit more. I decided to go with this shield as soon as I saw him start throwing spells out. because I knew it would nullify most of the damage, but I was only trying to use it really for the big spells, because I don't really have a lot of iframes, so I didn't want to risk it. Right here, I thought I was going to be able to get him, but he ended up dodging with a nice little clean dodge. Dodged a few more spells, and then I just got caught out, and he just closes it with a devastating finish. This fight was pretty cool. Kraken ended up doing a lot of smart stuff in this fight that I had to tip my hats off to him. But I'll try to catch it as it happens. So I get nicked here after the dodge, and I try to go for the backstab here, but I ended up not waiting long enough. Then I tried to come for the backstab, but he kind of moved away from it. And he tries to GBB. I try to stall it out, and he baits me and hits a nice little two-hit combo. And I kept misjudging the spacing because the Santier Spear, it just has a deceptive range. And then I get caught planting my feet, and he ends up closing it out. So, good job, Kraken. This fight was pretty interesting because we were basically just brawling. Like, we weren't really using a lot of technique or anything like that. We were just knuckling up. Had a few trades, and I went in there, got a two-hit combo, switched up the weapon real quick, hit the overhead and the follow-up, and it was pretty much a wrap from there. And then damn enemies come in. So now I'm feeling kind of goofy, so I throw out a wave. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but anytime I'm feeling kind of goofy, I throw the wave instead of the bow. It's not like a diss or anything, it's just me being goofy. And then we go at it, and we're doing our thing like normal, and then we get invaded, but by a familiar face. You might recognize the name, Mr. Stryder himself. And I look at these guys. And this is how you know that they know each other. Watch what Kraken does and Stryder does. Pretty much almost in sync. These guys are hilarious. Like, I was just laughing. Like, right here, I was just dying laughing. I was like, wow. It was just crazy. Like, that's like the last thing I really expected was for Stryder to just bust up at the game like that. But it was cool though. It was nice and cool. We were all hyped up. Like, both of us got hyped up after his appearance. And we hit him with a few waves, and it's basically like a break. He throws me down some effigies. I was appreciative. And then we go right back to business as usual. Damn carving noises. So here we're both re-energized now. Stryder stays to watch the fight. Get nicked. And I try my combo here, but we end up trading and it ends up stopping the combo. Try to overhead, and I dodged because I saw I was going to miss. And he hit with the nice little Moonlight Greatsword special. And then I close it out with the bow and arrow. Good match. And then Stryder goes on his way, and we go right back to fighting again. I try to two-hand this time because I want to try to do a lot of damage, and I end up connected with a two-hit, bringing his life down to half. Then I try some more magic. I get a nice little clean hit. And now all I have to try to do right here is try to close it out. And I do. GG, sir. Now I do the little jump up height move, the warm up mode, and then we go into battle. I wanted to try out the lightning spear, but I wasn't gonna be able to connect with him. His dodging is a little bit too nice. And these damn enemies kept spawning and trying to hit me. But anyways, so we go right back in. He buffs, and then I get lit up by Home and Soul Mass. I hit a nice little combo off the mid force. Try to do something with the bow and arrow, but he's a little bit too close. So I switch out. I'm so glad I missed that attack because that was a definite parry. We both go for our attacks at the same time, and he hits first. GG, sir. Here I tried to get a little hyped up with the warm-up. In this fight, it was pretty interesting for me because I ended up getting this crazy triple proc. Like, you'll see it in a second. Right here. End up getting a triple proc. That's crazy. Like, so much damage. So now I'm trying to go in for the finish, but I missed a little bit too far on that one. So I try to get my range in here with my spear, and then he just does this outrageous damage and ends up closing that one like devastatingly. Like, I couldn't believe him. And I guess right here he was taunting, I guess, or celebrating, one of the two. He'll have to let me know in the comments. And right here we jump right back into it. Hits me with the Moonlight Greatsword special. I hit it with my combo off the force. Switch to my range real quick and almost get him there. I thought it was over, but I switched to the arrows real quick, trying to nick him. And right there, I really wish I would have shot, but I didn't really expect the greatsword from a distance. It almost looked like the soul spear, but I nick him with an arrow and secure the victory for a good little victory. But good stuff, Kraken. And then I get invaded, so this is pretty funny. Like, this is a very, very funny fight. So I don't think she noticed that I touched the soapstone, because Kraken comes in now, and this is where I got to give Kraken props, man. Like, he has that quick thinking. Like, I like that. Like, check this out. Whoop. Boom. Done. And that's the end of that. And then again with the quick thinking. Like, watch this. That's so vicious. Same thing. That's so crazy. But anyways, after that little interlude, we go right back into the fight again. I block it. Luckily, I was far enough to where it didn't do a lot of stamina damage. I think if I was closer, it would have probably took more. I'm not quite sure yet. So I try to get him with the spear, but I end up getting a Moonlight special for my troubles. And right here, I thought I had the knives equipped, but I ended up accidentally healing, and I felt really bad for it. So I had to sit there and send him a message to let him know that, you know, I apologize for that. I guess it just happens sometimes. It never really happened to me until now, but I guess I was just not really focusing on which item I had. So I ended up taking all of that stuff off the hotbar and to ensure that that didn't happen anymore. Went and buffed up this time. Wanted to try to make something happen with the damage. I end up another brutal victory, man. Like, that damage, man, the damage is just brutal. But it's kind of cool that we both have those brutal finishes throughout the video or whatever. And I guess he just decided he wanted to go into troll mode. It was pretty funny. I laughed as it was happening, and we went back into the battle and stuff, and I tried to get my combo there, but I guess I waited a little bit too late. We dance around a little bit. He almost got the parry off that one. I just couldn't seem to hit him. And I really wanted to close it out with the spear, but nothing was happening. I kept whiffing. Started throwing out a few arrows, trying to dodge the spear. That range, man, that range is crazy. Got a little bit careless there. And I thought that was it. But he ended up rolling out. And then we end up double KOing. So I decided that from here on out in these videos, double KOs will result in no point. Sports rules, I guess. I don't know, in some stuff it's double point, like Street Fighter, stuff like that, but I decided to just go no point. So that was the first double KO. I finally decided to use the Bow of Wants special. Almost connected, but he ended up dodging it. Now I know I gotta try to come back a little bit. I had a nice little trade there. Even up the life a little bit. I tried to line of sight him, and then he tries a really clever move with that one. That was pretty slick, using the tree as cover for the greatsword. Dope. And then I threw my knife, but it wasn't really doing as much damage as I thought it would. So I ended up getting like destroyed by that one. And I go into Three Stooges mode. Throw a few swings out. Dodge a couple times, and then bam, he hits me with the setup parry. Very nice, very nice. Almost one-shots me. Almost. But now I know I got ground to make up. And I roll a little bit too early and get caught out. But that was a very nice parry, man. Very nice parry, Kraken. Here we hit him with the bows again. And I tried to hit with my footwork, but I was a little late on the dodge. Try to use the tree as cover and make some lightning happen. What I really wanted him to do was come in the water, but he wasn't going for it. Hit him with an emit force. And I accidentally locked off on the last second, so that threw like all the way out in the right field for no reason. Come up, hit him, and then I do my version of a setup parry. And it works, finally. And I get on the boards with my first parry of the night. Square off, I hit him with the footwork real quick, and I think he does an unlocked greatsword. So I end up getting the backstab off that. I try to stun him with the force, but he gets the iframes getting up and rolls out. So right here I'm just basically looking to try to close it. But I still gotta watch out for him because he's very tricky, as you're about to see in a couple seconds. So we both dodge both of the respective spells. And then it just gets crazy. Look how much damage this does. It's ridiculous. It's redonkulous. Like, I was like, damn, man. I don't know what to do about that. But then I back up, dodge, and end it with the R2 poke. This fight was one of the longer fights. We had a lot of footwork, a lot of slick movements, a lot of dodging. So here we go. We're going in, shuffling around a little bit. I try my blind Heavenly Thunder, doesn't work. I hit this time, and then I try to chase him down for a follow-up, and I connect. I tried to parry, but I was a second too early. And I try to go back to my force combo. Try to make something happen with the bow and arrow. That was very risky. Luckily, I didn't get backstabbed. Barely dodged that spell. Didn't get the follow-up. We were rolling. There's a nice stall hit on that one from Kraken. I throw a few knives to try to soften them up. Then I switch to the spear to try to close it out. But then I don't think I'm going to be able to get in very nicely with it. And I don't know what I was doing there. I was just goofy mode, I guess. GG, Mr. Kraken. GG. And yet another invasion. But this guy was wearing a lot of heavy armor. So I was like, it's the end of the video. Let me go ahead and one-on-one this guy and try to make something happen. So I threw out a few. I was gonna wait for him to do something, but he didn't do anything, so I decided to initiate. And I hit him with a quick R2 combo. Basically destroyed his life. Then I wanted a backstab, but somehow he got out of it. And I was like, yeah, he's trying to bait me into something, so let me go ahead and stay back. Because I know I can't really get hit with that dragon tooth. And then, boom! Boa want finish. Got him out of there. This match right here had a roller coaster effect. A lot of back and forth. A lot of display of evenness. It was pretty interesting, so check it out. So he hits me with the guard break. Looks like I dodged, but I guess that Dark Souls lag. So he gets a nice lead on me. So now I go to emit force. Do a couple fakes, get him in an early dodge, and then I try to do it again, but he adjusts his timing of his dodges and pretty much stops it. I'm trying to get a little bit more damage to even it up, and I get stabbed in the back for my troubles. I bait, and then hit with a 2-hit combo. And then I wanted that to be a slash, but because he rolled away, it turned into a backstab and ended up not being able to get the backstab. Hit him with one, and then I hit him with a second one and a double KO. Now we come down to the final match. It was definitely a lot of fun fighting this guy. So let's just basically see what happens. So we hit our little prayers. And we get up. And then we initiate the bows. And then we square off for battle for one last time. I'm trying to hit with my force combo, but I was a little bit too far on that one. Dodge the Moonlight Special. Finally get my force combo, and then I do my walk up parry and close out the fight. So GG to that one. And then the first time we end the episode with a tie, like not on purpose or anything, but let me know what you guys think in the comments, like if you don't like that or if it was a good episode anyway. And you know, it's basically the first time that's happened because we were just so evenly matched. So I don't really know how I feel about it. I don't know how Kraken's gonna feel about it, but we have a tie. So yeah, I'll be keeping a close eye out for the comments to see what you guys thought about the episode. I want to thank my special guest, DrKraken187, for coming out and doing it. I want to thank everybody for watching the episode. I want to thank all my new subscribers, and I'll see you guys on the next one.